Natural light shined brightly through the glass window, reflecting upon Falonious' desk. He felt unique in a way. No other office had his view at the top of the spire. From where he sat, he could see everything that fell under his command. He took a deep breath, smiling at the scenery. The Heathen's Intent, Part 3.
Have you ever gazed upon the horizon from here, Malik?
Of course, sir. I don't miss a chance to look out the window every now and then.
But do you truly gaze upon the horizon?
I'm not sure I follow, sir.
At times, I look out into the distance, and I think what it took to get us here. How the Emperor looked upon us and finally granted us peace.
Ah, with deep thought.
Yes, yes.
There was a time I kept asking myself how I got here. Things I've seen. Terrors we've all seen.
Malik sifted through his thoughts momentarily. Memories forgotten returned, haunting him.
I question why the Emperor chose me to live through it all.
The will to save the Imperium is what got you here. It's what kept you alive through every battle, every war.
Maybe I just missed the Cold War.
Don't we all?
Sir, Alicia is here.
Send her up.
Yes, sir.
Falonious turned one last time to the window, taking a moment to gaze again at the scene. Malik followed.
Well, another time then.
Right. Sir,
Of course. Let me see the forms. I trust you will make haste of this.
Indeed. Thank you, sir.
As Falonious waited, the grandfather clock chimed, indicating the 15th hour of the day. Falonious took another view out the window. He saw a smoke signal rising from outside the city. His thoughts tempted the idea of Maldus causing more damage than expected.
Falonious. You may enter.
She wore a cloak that was feathered at the top, giving her chest a broader appearance. She carried an impressive staff that seated the golden Aquila. Its presence gave her a commanding aura, dominating the room. As Falonious examined her, he noticed a scar across her face was still present from years ago. The wound settled permanently. Alicia entered the room, being greeted with a genuine smile from Falonious. But before returning the gesture, she took a note of his uniform. It was crisp and neat, as if he never stepped outside. She gave a quick, smirked expression, revealing her thoughts.
A decade is all it took.
What? What do you mean a decade?
When being planetary governor was but a mere seed of hope, that uniform took forever to become spotless. Now it hardly sees the heat of battle. What has become of you?
The days of old have not been lost to me yet. You understand my situation. The administratum and all its politics are all I deal with now.
Falonious gave 2 light taps upon the desk and pointed toward her face.
I see you declined the treatments.
She responded with a smile as her hand elegantly traced the outlines of the scar.
It's difficult to part with the days of old. They tend to follow my path.
I wish I could say the same. It seems I'm pursued by minuscule tasks, and the preservation of the Imperium's rule here.
Suffocation in its finest.
And I am offered no peace. I prefer Torville Prime. The Eldar frets there were at least manageable.
Those days. Emperor, forgive me for those desperate times.
Forgive me, I forgot you were...
I've moved forward from it.
Well, what brings you to Castar Prime? I seldom received honored guests, especially old friends.
Alicia eyed the window behind Falonious, her mind riddled with thoughts she could not silence.
Constance has fallen.
What? Impossible.
Do as I ask, or you will feel my wrath.
As you wish, my lord.
Vulkaar's anger boomed across the room as the busy work died down. The sudden outrage surprised those within his vicinity. Vulkaar continued to view the 3D model in front of him as Zacharias walked away, boiling with hidden anger.
Lieutenant Heydrich?
Yes, Lord.
Gather 3 of the best veterans here. I care not for their position, rank, or duties. I only care that they are the best.
Right away, Lord.
With an urgency, Heydrich walked away. Vulkaar could feel a slight headache forming. He was not comfortable with micromanaging. He took a second to regain his composure.
Summer live fires, autumn live fires, winter training plans. Here we are. Relics and artifacts.
Minutes go by as Vulkaar focused upon the information in front of him.
He began to decipher history of the relic and its importance. As he read, he heard footsteps approach behind him. Turning around, he saw 3 guardsmen standing in a row in front of Heydrich.
3 of the best this outpost has to offer, my lord.
Are you certain, Heydrich?
With my life.
Vulkaar examined the 3 with more attention.
There is much to do, so I will be brief. The nuisance that searches for your relic so eagerly is named Ded'ead. I have dealt with this beast before, as he poses a threat more than most. Do not underestimate his cunningness. We will have a small window of opportunity to assassinate our target and disrupt any further opportunities he may be creating for the warband.
10 minutes, brother. Maldus is finalizing the revised defenses now.
Vulkaar rested his free hand upon the holstered plasma pistol at his side.
You have 10 minutes to prepare. Expect 3 to 4 days before any resupplies come available. They are yours, Heydrich.
Heydrich gave the sign of the Aquila, but the motion was ignored as Vulkaar walked back to the plethora of information he was examining.
There's been a breach at the relic. Vulkaar, Dramon, pick up the pace.
Heydrich, you now have 4 minutes.
It is impossible to take Constance, but the planet was not taken. In the end, the destruction of Constance was ordered by Lord Commander Tarkal. His regiment became infiltrated, cut off from one another. There is no redeeming the scourge that plagued us.
You journeyed all this way just to inform me of this? You could have told Selena on your trek here. There's something else, isn't there? You presume someone a traitor, don't you?
I don't presume anything. I know there are traitors here. The refugees you took in, one of them became known to me as an active member of the cult that grew on Constance. After studying Inquisitor Ruch's files, Emperor rest her soul, I expect there to be more lurking in the shadows.
It's the last thing I need. Heresy. Do what you must, but do it quietly. I already have greenskins to deal with, and the last thing I need is widespread panic. Spreads like a damn virus. I'll keep silent on the matter.
Alicia stood up, letting the staff hoist some of her weight.
Good. My entourage is already dispersed in Gazna. I will inform you of any findings.
Oh, before you leave, I have a certain operation going on near Gazna. It would be appreciated and rewarded if you avoided them at all cost.
Alicia struck a curious look to Falonious.
What kind of operation?